तो गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैडम, कैसे हो मैम?
बस सर बढ़िया सब।
क्या बोल रही ठंडी?
ठंड तो बहुत है।
मुंबई में कुछ ठंडी नहीं है, अभी 28 डिग्री है यहाँ पे।
क्या बात कर रहे हो, यहाँ तो मस्त ठंड है। मतलब कोहरा तो है बाहर।
समझ सकता हूँ मैं। अभी कल से छुट्टी है ना?
हाँ, कल परसों दो दिन छुट्टी है।
हाँ,
फिर सैटरडे मॉर्निंग।
कोई प्रॉब्लम।
कल सुबह ही मुझे देखे मतलब मैं ट्रैवल भी कर पाती हूँ कि नहीं।
माइग्रेन कैसा है आपका अभी?
हाँ,
माइग्रेन वगैरह ठीक है?
वो तो सर चलता रहता है। वो कभी होता है कभी नहीं होता है। वो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ माई लाइफ।
डरावना लगता है बाबा।
इट्स ओके, आई एम हैबिचुअल ऑफ दैट, सो
अभी
इट्स
ठंडी
ओके।
में बच्चे शायद सो रहे होंगे ना, तो वो थोड़ा आसान है, राइट?
हाँ, बच्चे सो रहे हैं और आज मैं बच्चों के बगल में बैठ के क्लास ले रही हूँ।
अरे वाह वाह। तो उनका भी बीए सीखना हो जाएगा।
हाँ, वो भी सीख जाएंगे।
नहीं
मैं
नहीं,
चाहती नहीं हूँ कि वो लोग आईटी में आए।
क्यों?
अरे कितना खटना पड़ता है सर।
सब जगह है मैडम।
हाँ, सब जगह वही दूर के ढोल सुहाने होते हैं।
और क्या, नहीं इवन बी ए डॉक्टर, डॉक्टर को देखो, सबको दुखी चेहरे देखने पड़ते हैं। टीचर का
हाँ।
एक तो अच्छा है कि एटलीस्ट आप कभी तो भी खुश देख पाते हो अगले को। डॉक्टर वो नहीं कर
नहीं,
पाता है।
टीचर को भी देखा है। मेरी मॉम, माय मॉम वाज टीचर।
अरे
तो
हाँ,
देख,
ठीक है, फिर तो ब्लड
गवर्नमेंट
में है।
गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में टीचर थी वो। हाँ, वो आप
हाँ
बोल सकते हो कि ये चीज मेरे ब्लड में है।
हाँ, फिर क्या, सेम सेम
बिकॉज
विथ मी बेसिकली।
my mom was teacher, my both the masis were teacher,
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
and my cousin sisters are also teacher.
अरे वाह वाह।
सर आपने मुझे होस्ट हाँ बना दिया है।
बना दिया है, बना दिया है।
ओके।
यार गुड टू गो। मैं थोड़ा सेलेनियम का देख लेता हूँ क्या कर रहे हैं बच्चे लोग।
हाँ हाँ, आप बिल्कुल देख सकते हैं।
कोई
और
प्रॉब्लम।
मैंने देव जी को कल रात को मैसेज तो किया था, बट आई गेस उन्होंने देखा नहीं अभी तक। मुझे ग्रे टिक ही आ रहे हैं वो।
बिजी होंगे थोड़े, वो चलते रहता है बिकॉज ही हैव टू मेनी थिंग्स ऑन हिज प्लेट ना। फिर वो ट्रम्प का भी करते
हाँ
हैं, काफी कुछ काम
हाँ।
चलते हैं, हिंदू महासभा का भी करते हैं वो। तो इट्स
हम्म।
प्रीटी बिजी, आई नो, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड। इसलिए ना मैंने आपको एक आध वीक पहले से बोला था कि पीछे बहुत लगना पड़ा है। इवन मेरे को ना कम से कम 3 क्लास लगे थे टू गेट दैट थिंग ऑन स्टार्टेड। एक बार उन्होंने चालू
अच्छा।
कर दिया, एक बार उनके मिसेस ने चालू कर दिया था। और तब तो सुबह 6:30 बजे चालू हो जाता अपने यहाँ।
हाँ
क्योंकि वो ये था ना, डे लाइट सेविंग चालू नहीं था। अभी ये डे लाइट सेविंग 1 अप्रैल से वापस हो जाएगा। तो फिर से ये
हाँ।
क्लास 6:30 बजे, और दूसरा वाला वो 4:30 बजे हो जाएगा। फिर जो ये लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं ना, मेरे को वही लॉजिस्टिक नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि लोग
4:30 बजे।
हाँ, 4:30 या 5 बजे, 5 बजे होगा।
Goodness.
द वे ही इज ट्राइंग टू डू इट, इट्स रियली पता नहीं कैसे करेंगे,
It
बट
will be
देखते हैं।
difficult. It will be
नहीं नहीं,
difficult.
अरेंजमेंट तो हो जाएगा थोड़ा बहुत। क्योंकि इन्होंने ना पहले, अभी ये जो रात को होता है ना, ये 10:30 बजे किया था, ये पहले 9 बजे होता था।
अच्छा।
सो 9 बजे इज ओके, बट 10:30 बजे इवन मैं नॉर्मली 10 10:30 को सो जाता हूँ। दैट्स माई नॉर्मल
हाँ।
हैबिट। अभी मेरे को भी बहुत बार 11:30 12 बजे से, क्योंकि एक कॉल चलते रहता है, बंदे आते रहते हैं, उनको बताना पड़ता है।
राइट।
क्योंकि ये तो ठीक है, आप देव जी भी बता पाते हैं, लेकिन क्या है ना कि उनको टूल सेट्स नहीं पता रहता है। अभी एक वो राहुल महाजन का बात कर रहे थे ना वो लोग, दिस गाय वाज
हाँ
स्ट्रगलिंग बीए फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 8 years। बंदे को टूल्स पता नहीं है, किसी ने उसको
हाँ।
बता दिया कि सबसे आसान चीजें करने का, ऐसा नहीं है। यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड रिक्वायरमेंट, यू नीड टू एनालाइज देम, यू नीड टू प्रेजेंट देम टू द फॉर अप्रूवल। ये अप्रूवल प्रेजेंटेशन, इट्स काइंड ऑफ क्रिटिकल टास्क, राइट? एंड
राइट
यू आर
राइट।
सिटिंग अगेंस्ट ऑल सीईओ सिटीज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। वो सब बहुत क्या बोलते हैं, कसाई लोग रहते हैं। सॉरी, बोलना नहीं चाहिए, बाकी सब लोग ही सुन रहे हैं, बट यस।
सब सुन रहे हैं।
नहीं, बट इन अ सिनेरियो वो अपने को प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए। तो यू प्रेजेंट डज मेक डिफरेंस। अप्रूवल और रिजेक्ट होता है आपका प्रोजेक्ट। सो
राइट
ये
राइट।
सब, यू आर बेसिकली विजिबल टू एवरीबॉडी। ये बहुत क्रिटिकल चीज है बीए का, जो नॉर्मल पब्लिक भूल जाता है। क्योंकि
यस।
पीएम क्या है ना, पीएम के टीम के साथ चलता है। वो नॉर्मली बड़े लोगों के साथ पंगा नहीं लेता नॉर्मली, इन शॉर्ट।
हम्म।
सो दैट वे थोड़ा वहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा क्रिटिकलनेस आ जाता है। एक ही मीटिंग में ना आपका पूरा रिजल्ट तय होता है। बिकॉज वॉट एवर यू प्रेजेंट, केस हो गया, एक्सेल्स हो गया, आपके रिसर्च हो गया, उसमें 1-2 घंटे में आपका पूरा ऊपर से नीचे तक हिल जाता है आदमी. बट ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. सो थोड़ा बहुत तो चैलेंज रहना भी चाहिए. सो इट्स अ फन इन दैट सिनेरियो. चलो, सॉरी, आई वाज अगेन स्टार्टेड ट्रेडिंग. प्लीज गो एंड
Nice.
क्लास.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
थैंक्स अ लॉट,
So
नो
good
प्रॉब्लम.
evening, all.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
I heard someone is in India. Who's that?
Yeah, I'm in India.
You're in which city?
I'm in Lucknow.
Wow, great. I am also in Lucknow.
Oh, really? Where are you in Lucknow?
Indranagar.
Oh, okay, okay. My in-laws are there in Gomti Nagar, and my mom's place is in Alambag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you? In Alambag or Gomti Nagar?
Yeah, right now I'm in Alambag. Like a few days back, I was in Gomti Nagar.
Okay, okay. Then definitely we'll plan and we'll meet someday.
Yeah, sure. That's really good.
Really. We'll see how we can manage it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Ravindra ji has told me that someone is from our training is in Lucknow only. So I said, okay, I'll ask tomorrow in the class.
Yeah,
Who's
please
that
pardon me.
guy?
I normally don't remember names. So, yeah, this is how Kanve. No disrespect to you, ma'am. Please.
No, no, it's okay. No problem. Even the same problem is with me also. I can't remember the names in, first meeting or second meeting.
Yes. So, nothing against you. आप भी पूरे थर्ड में बैठे हैं फिर. I go.
Oh yeah, exactly. मतलब और वो 7:30 मॉर्निंग का कॉल होता है तो मैं बस सो के उठती हूँ, लैपटॉप बगल में होता है मेरे. तो बस लैपटॉप ओपन करके और ब्लैंकेट में ही पूरा क्लास लेती हूँ.
नहीं, वही होता है. मुंबई में देखो ना, मुंबई में 28 के नीचे जा नहीं रहा है टेम्परेचर. सो इट्स रियली फैन फुल चल रहा है.
तो
But
यार
that's the
वहाँ
way
पे तो
Mumbai
बहुत
is.
अच्छा होता है वेदर.
नहीं, अच्छा नहीं होता है और ठंडी होती नहीं है.
हाँ वही एग्जैक्टली.
अच्छा, मतलब मुंबई इज लाइक बहुत ज्यादा वो
कोस्टल
ह्यूमिड
एरिया है ना.
फील होता है. हाँ,
हाँ,
ह्यूमिड.
ह्यूमिड है, कोस्टल एरिया पूरा.
हाँ और यहाँ
But
लखनऊ में
you
भी
feel
अभी.
energetic all the time. So that's the
हाँ
best part of it.
या और लखनऊ में भी अभी उतनी ठंड नहीं है. अभी तो आई थिंक
और
15 के बाद
बढ़ेगी.
एक्चुअल ठंड स्टार्ट होगी. हाँ.
अभी ठंड और बढ़ेगी यहाँ पे.
हाँ.
नागपुर भी कल 8 डिग्री चला गया.
Good.
I was basically born and brought up in Nagpur. We have a house there.
ओके ओके.
So नागपुर भी 8 डिग्री है ना. एकदम वो कांच वाच रहते हैं ना अपने वो सनरूम के, वो भी हाथ को ये देते हैं, चटका देते हैं.
ओके.
Good. Okay, so more people yet to join. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start. If anyone has any doubt on yesterday's class or till yesterday, they can ask me.
I don't have any doubt, but actually I missed the class day before yesterday. So
Okay.
can you share the video like for the class
Yeah, it will be. It will be shared. Ravindra ji, where do we share these videos?
on the group?
It's on you.
Richa ma'am, you need to request Devji because they do some editing and all. तो
Okay,
अपना ये
okay.
जैसा डिस्कशन चल रहा है ना, they try to
Right,
remove
right,
it.
right.
They have a team, I believe. Yes. And I think there's somebody who normally reviews from legal angle as well. क्योंकि ये कॉपीराइट के लॉज है ना, ये जरा डेंजरस काम है. So वो देख के बाद में वो शेयर कर देते हैं सबके साथ. So Devji will put the link in the group or they'll send it to you. So if you could request him on WhatsApp
Okay,
also,
okay.
no problem. So I normally do
Okay,
that.
okay.
That'll
I'll
be
do that.
great. That'll be great because I also had to leave the class in between and I got some urgent work. So I also
You
missed the
can
class.
understand. Definitely,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
okay.
understand.
It's okay, Usha.
Yeah, me too. I missed day before yesterday at half class. So
Dina
Yeah,
ma'am, you are on cover.
I'll ask Devji,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
okay,
otherwise it's okay. We'll try to cover that up.
And
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
please don't worry.
Sure.
Means you can ask questions the way I said it before. Also, you can ask questions, and we'll have another complete revision from 15. So you can all join there. please don't feel like you'll be left out or something like that. So even you have any questions, you can ask now. Even Richa ma'am is quite equipped to all answer your questions. So please don't worry on that part. Don't feel left out. And if you ask personally, it gives you a more angle, right? The way we understand as an in person rather than going through recording. Going through recording for revision is great, and I think that's the best way to do it because it's kind of giving a hammering to you. But getting doubts clear, I think these personal question answer makes take it to a really great level, and you can basically ask again and again as well. Okay, so the connect does help a lot rather than watching the video, the way I feel it. But yes, it of course a personality thing.
Only one question, sir. When we can think that we are fully business analyst and we can go in the market and we can get the job.
Yeah, we are getting there step by step, ma'am. Believe me. Now I believe you are almost ready on the door. We need to go through that question bank. We need to do that actual live thing, right? So we need to scrutinize whatever you did. Last time the workshop was kind of I was a mentor. You're trying to listen to me. Now we'll have a workshop where me, Richaji, can be really talk like CEOs, CTOs, or the senior persons of the world, and basically try to criticize whatever you created. That's how it works in the actual real life. So getting
We are
that thing
planning
good.
to have mock. Sorry, Ravindraji, I'm interrupting you, but
Yeah,
Usha, we are planning to have mock interviews for all of you, and the actual feel of the interview which you are going to have in the market. So don't worry on that part. We are there until and unless you get the job.
Yeah,
And
Richa, I have
after
full
that also,
confident. I have full confidence on both of you. I mean, the way you both were doing, it's like, I mean, I don't know how long it'll go. I mean, I'll be able to get the job or not, but trust me, I got lot of confidence. Like, okay, I can do it. You know?
uh, good, great. That's a great achievement for us as well.
yeah, the faith does drive a person, and that's the way we work also. So yeah, please let's build some trust, let's build some confidence within ourselves. That's what I'll say.
Yes.
And ma'am, me, we are all going to work together towards that result. Okay, please go ahead.
And don't worry, Usha and everyone else, we are there to support you till you get the job, and even after that, we will be available for you. Okay, if you have any kind of doubts, anything, will definitely be available for your queries. Okay,
Sure.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
don't call me ma'am, please. Who is calling me ma'am?
I'm
Please.
calling you Richa, ma'am. How are you?
No, please don't call me ma'am.
Okay. We will call you
Okay.
Richa only.
Yeah, please call me Richa only, and Rupanjali will talk separately and we'll meet.
Okay, sure, definitely.
Oh, why only Rupanjali? What we did?
Because
Because
I am
she
in
is in
Lucknow.
Lucknow and I am also in
Okay,
Lucknow.
okay. Oh, Rupanjali, yes, yes, she's in India.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
So we both are in the same city, so we'll definitely meet up. And would like to meet all of you. But for that, either you all have to travel to India or I have to travel to US.
I'm
Yeah.
dying to traveling to India. You know, we had a plan of coming in 2020, but everything is ruined now.
It's
Oh,
better to be there wherever you are.
Yeah,
Don't
we
try to travel now.
I visited India in 2015. It's like almost 5 years. I have not seen anybody.
oh, I'm visiting India almost every year. I mean, in 1.5 year. This time I came back in 1 year only.
Wow, nice, lucky you. Every year I plan, but I am not getting vacations. My boss says no, you cannot get vacation. So okay, I always drops the plan.
Oh,
Okay. Mhm.
okay. So I believe that no doubts till now
Yeah, no
in
doubts.
terms of a Scrum or waterfall.
रिचा आप क्लास शुरू करो अभी तो डाउट्स की दुकान अब आज आई है अभी कल थी नहीं ना डाउट्स की दुकान
It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Okay, that's my WhatsApp. I'll close it. Yeah. Okay. So we have completed till here. Like Waterfall, we have described you waterfall. And the agile, what is agile? It's a mindset with
4 values, 12 principles, and multiple practices.
very good, Usha. You remember these things, okay? So this is what the agile is. It's the time box iterative approach to deliver software incrementally. This is the definition of agile. Okay, and its goal is to deliver highest value first. Okay, then the values of the agile is individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan. Please do remember all these 4 values. I'm not asking you to remember 12 principles, but please do remember these 4 values. Okay. These are the principles which we have discussed yesterday and the activity which we have done yesterday. Okay. What was that? To describe what is waterfall and how waterfall works and how agile works, and how fast we can complete our task in agile instead of waterfall, right? And now we'll try to start with a video today to start off fresh. Okay.
Welcome back.
Is it visible to all
Yes.
and audible also?
No, I can't hear anything. It's frozen.
Now?
No.
Okay.
No,
We are not able
no,
to hear what
no,
is he saying.
no audio.
No audio.
No
Yeah.
audio at all.
Yeah, we can't hear anything.
Okay. Then how we can do that? Then I'm not sure how we can do that.
Hey, it's me, Destin.
Please
Welcome back to
tell me
Smarter
now.
Every Day.
Is it
You've
audible?
heard people say it's just like riding a
Yeah,
bike.
it's audible.
Yes, okay.
Can't forget how to do it, right? But I did something. I did something that damaged my mind. It happened on the streets of Amsterdam, and I got really scared, honestly. I can't ride a bike like you can anymore. Before I show you the video of what happened, I need to tell you the backstory. Like many 6-year-olds with a MacGyver mullet, I learned how to ride a bike when I was really young. I had learned a life skill, and I was really proud of it. Everything changed, though, when my friend Barney called me 25 years later. Where I work, the welders are geniuses, and they like to play jokes on the engineers. He had a challenge for me. He had built a special bicycle, and he wanted me to try to ride it. He had only changed one thing. When you turn the handlebar to the left, the wheel goes to the right. When you turn it to the right, the wheel goes to the left. I thought this would be easy, so I hopped on the bike ready to demonstrate how quickly I could conquer this.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Destin Sandlin. First attempt riding the bicycle.
All right. So the faster I go, the better. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. You can see that I'm laughing, but I'm actually really frustrated. In this moment, I had a really deep revelation. My thinking was in a rut. This bike revealed a very deep truth to me. I had the knowledge of how to operate the bike, but I did not have the understanding. Therefore, knowledge is not understanding. Look, I know what you're probably thinking. Destin's probably just an uncoordinated engineer and can't do it. But that's not the case at all. The algorithm that's associated with riding a bike in your brain is just that complicated. Think about it. Downwards force on the pedals, leaning your whole body, pulling and pushing the handlebars, gyroscopic precession in the wheels. Every single force is part of this algorithm. And if you change any one part, it affects the entire control system. I do not make definitive statements that often, but I'm telling you right now, you cannot ride this bicycle. You might think you can, but you can't. I know this because I'm often asked to speak at universities and conferences, and I take the bike with me. It's always the same. People think they're going to try some trick or they're just going to power through it. It doesn't work. Your brain cannot handle this. For instance, this guy, I offered him $200 just to ride this bike 10 feet across the stage. Everybody thought he could do it.
No, you didn't understand. You didn't understand. So, this way. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so, whenever you're ready. Go ahead. No, you have to keep your feet on. All right, here we go. Wait. Like, you gotta start rolling at least. And go. All right, back up. Okay, keep your feet on the pedal. Go. Go right on. Just keep your feet on the pedals. Hands on. Yeah, come on. All right, one more time. Okay.
Once you have a rigid way of thinking in your head, sometimes you cannot change that, even if you want to. So here's what I did. It was a personal challenge. I stayed out here in this driveway and I practiced about 5 minutes every day. My neighbors made fun of me. I had many wrecks, but after 8 months, this happened. One day I couldn't ride the bike and the next day I could. It was like I could feel some kind of pathway in my brain that was now unlocked. It was really weird though. It's like there's this trail in my brain, but if I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, my brain would easily lose that neural path and jump back onto the old road it was more familiar with. Any small distractions at all, like a cell phone ringing in my pocket, would instantly throw my brain back to the old control algorithm and I would wreck. But at least I could ride it. My son is the closest person to me genetically, and he's been riding a normal bike for 3 years. That's over half his life. I wanted to know how long it would take him to learn how to ride a backwards bike, so I told him if he learned how to ride a backwards bike, he could go with me to Australia and meet a real astronaut.
Are you gonna give up?
No.
Go ahead. This is how it starts. Look at this. This is such a big deal. Get up, you got it. Did you see his brain get it? So in how many weeks have we been doing this? 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, he did something that took me 8 months to do, which demonstrates that a child has more neuroplasticity, am I even saying that right, than an adult.
It's clear from this experiment that children have a much more plastic brain than adults. That's why the best time to learn a language is when you're a young child.
All right, today's bike log. I can ride smooth, I can ride fast. I'm thinking the experiment is over. Okay, now I'm in Amsterdam, a city that has more bicycles than people. The question is, can I ride a normal bike now? I mean, I've spent all this time unlearning how to ride a bike. If I go back and try to ride a normal one, will my brain mess up? So I've tweeted a Smarter Everyday meetup, if you will, and I'm gonna see if somebody brings a bicycle and I'm gonna try to ride a normal bike. It's backwards, it's backwards.
This was one of the most frustrating moments of my life. I had ridden a normal bike since I was 6, but in this moment, I couldn't do it anymore. I had set out to prove that I could free my brain from a cognitive bias, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that all I proved is that I could only redesignate that bias.
So what you're not seeing is just a group of people here looking at me, looking at the strange American that can't ride a bike because they think I'm dumb. But I'm actually 2 levels deep into this because I've learned and unlearned. All right.
After 20 minutes of making a fool out of myself, suddenly my brain clicked back into the old algorithm. I can't explain it, but it happened in a very specific moment.
Got it. I'm back. Oh, it clicked. Hold on, it clicked. I got it. Okay, there it is. There was the moment. Okay, I can ride a bike.
I tried to explain this to the people around me, and they just didn't get it. They thought I was faking the previous 20 minutes, and I couldn't get anybody to believe me.
That looked like I faked that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just a fake. You think I'm faking. You don't believe me.
This is so weird. You were like, and it's full.
You think I'm lying, don't you? I'm not lying.
I felt like the only person on the planet who had ever unlearned how to ride a bike, and I couldn't articulate it to anyone because everybody just knew that you can't forget how to ride a bike. So I learned 3 things from this experiment. I learned that welders are often smarter than engineers. I learned that knowledge does not equal understanding. And I learned that truth is truth, no matter what I think about it. So be very careful how you interpret things because you're looking at the world with a bias, whether you think you are or not. I'm Destin. You're getting smarter every day. Have a good one.
Okay, if you want to support Smarter Every Day, you can download a free audiobook at audible.com/smarter. I recommend Commander Hadfield's book, which is
So how was it?
Interesting.
Interesting?
Hmm.
It was interesting.
And what did you understand with this?
Having knowledge is not as important as understanding things.
Mm-hmm.
Mindset.
Mindset.
What we fix in a mind, we can follow that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. And the other thing is learning new things with adult is quite a difficult thing
Yeah.
because we already have set our mind in particular way. Now we have to say again and again to our mind that no, we want to go to another side of this. We want to try this with another way, right?
Hmm.
So that is quite difficult with adults. So that's why we say ना कि किसी का सोच आप नहीं बदल सकते. Whatever is there, right? Because it's very difficult to come out of their comfort zone. That is the comfort zone for them.
Right.
Now, if you want to change the mindset or the thought process of anyone, it would be very difficult for you and for that person. Because until and unless that person doesn't want to come out of his comfort zone, he'll not come out of it. First, that person need to decide that, yes, I want to try this, right? Or I want to learn this. Okay. So whenever you all are trying to learn new things, please start with a fresh. Don't keep anything in your mind and then start learning new things. That will be easier for you to understand and grasp things. Right?
Right.
Okay. So it was just it has so many take-ups from that video, and very important part for us is doing agile and being agile. That is related, that gets like completely depicted by this video. So now, can anyone wants to elaborate doing agile or being agile? What does that mean?
Agile means switching from one activity to another fluidly.
Like doing agile or being agile? What?
Being agile.
Being agile.
Yeah.
Okay.
From one activity to the next. So it's like when you're doing push-ups and then you run. How easily you can shift from one activity to another is being agile.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Doing means it's a regular, what we do regularly. It is a process kind. Regularly we woke up at the time. Regularly we'll take a breakfast. Regularly we'll take a lunch. That is. But being agile means is a mindset and culture. It what we follows. What we, if we say the tradition rituals, we follows that. So that's what I say. What I thought that doing and being in agile.
Yes. Doing agile means you are just adopting agile as someone has forced you. You don't understand it deeply, and you are just following it. So that would be like doing agile. It's a mandatory for you to follow this. That's why you are doing agile, right? And being agile means you have adapted agile as a culture or as a mindset, and then only you are working within agile. Got the difference? Like your culture, nobody has like whenever you are doing something which is not as per your culture, then suddenly you get the consciousness that no, this is not as per our culture. Our culture is something else, right? You get that because you are completely into your culture. You know what is your culture and how it works. The same way, you need to first adapt the culture and then you can work into it, right?
Okay.
Okay. So next is, this is very famous photo in the IT industry. I guess you might have seen this photo earlier or not. Anyone has seen this photo?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so I'll describe this photo. Okay, don't worry. You have a client who just gave you the requirement as I want a swing on a tree. That's it. Okay. Now you have understood, you as in BA has understand that this is also this met the requirement that a swing on a tree.
Mm.
It is not functional, but it is correct as per the requirement, right? And you have you might not have elaborated or described this to the development team, but they have understood like that only. Okay, that a swing on a tree. Now what they have done, they have tried to build the software product like this. Okay, now they'll assume that this is not functional. We cannot swing on this swing. Then what should we do? What they did, they did some jugaad and they have cut down the tree from here. And they have made this swing functional, right?
Mm.
You're getting my point. Like
Yes.
whatever has been uh, asked from the asked by the client is completely satisfying this image also. But the person who is going to develop this requirement has understood it something else, and as per their assumption they have made some jugaad and they have done this, right? This is also correct as per the requirement, a swing on a tree. This is also correct. They can fight with you that this is also correct. Now you tell me how it is wrong with this. How can you say this is not this is not what the requirement was? How can you fight with them? Because they are also correct. You have a swing on a tree. You have not said them, or not the client has told you that the swing should be on the same branch. If it has been said by the client, then also you can say this to the development team that this is not correct because client has asked us to have the swing on the same branch, right? So these kind of problems we can face in waterfall model, because after saying that I need a swing on a tree, the client gets disappeared and he'll come back when you are ready with the product and about to deliver it to him. Right? Now he will say, what is this? It will not work for me. Right? So your efforts, your cost, which you have paid off on your team, everything will go to the dustbin. Everything is wasted. Right?
Right.
So what happens in Agile? How Agile is good in this kind of scenarios? Like in first iteration, it may happen that we deliver this kind of swing. Okay. Then we'll give the like demo of our product to the client, that this is what we have understood and this is what we are going to make. So he can ask you that no, this should not be like that. Swing should be on the same branch. So we said okay. So we have made like this in the first iteration or in the second or third iteration. Then after seeing this image, the client may ask you to keep the swing more comfortable for another client also. It may happen that this product can be sold off to the multiple clients of your client, right? As per the client's budget, you are like a shopkeeper. You are having same kind of product with different qualities and different like small changes are there, and with the quality difference also. Okay, so now in the Agile you have which how many type of product you have? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you are ready with the 5 kind of product which has small differences and can be sell off to the multiple clients. Whatever is suitable to your clients, you can sell it off. Not your client's client. Are you getting my point? Is it clear?
Yes.
Like some clients doesn't have much money to invest on this. They are just satisfied with the swing on the tree. So we can sell off them, sell off this product also, right?
Yeah,
Some
correct.
people want some more comfort on this swing. So we can sell off this product. Or could be sale of this third image, or could be the last image. Okay, this is also one of the benefit of Agile, that we can by modifying small things we can be ready with multiple products, right? At the end of every iteration we are ready with one of the image. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So this is the waterfall and Agile's like way of working, wherein waterfall has like in the span when a complete cycle of waterfall gets completed, if we are into Agile, we could complete at least we could complete multiple iteration of Agile in the same duration. Okay. Understood? Okay. Now, it's the major differences between waterfall and Agile. In waterfall, the scope means requirement. The requirements are fixed. Client or stakeholder has like they are clear with the requirement that what all things they want in the product, that is for sure is defined, and accordingly will plan on budget and schedule, that how much it will cost to us and how much time it will require to get completed or to get built up. So this is the like what all things are fixed and what all things are getting estimated according to the fixed things in waterfall. Okay, so scope or requirements are fixed in waterfall, and accordingly we plan for budget and schedule. Wherein agile, budget and schedule is fixed. Client will say that my budget is fixed and I want this product to get completed within 6 months. Okay, then we all will decide on the requirement part. As per the business, we'll try to figure out which all features are required and can be completed within this timeline and with this budget. Okay, I'll give you an example of like you want to renovate your house. Okay, so now your requirement is clear that you want to renovate your house. Now you'll try to discuss with the interior designers and will try to get the budget. Like I want to renovate my house. Let's say it's my 3 BHK and I want to renovate this. So what will you do? You'll try to get in touch with the interior designers and you'll try to get the budget, this estimations, how much it will cost you. So let's say they have, for example, they said the interior designer has told you that if you want to renovate your entire house, then it will cost you around 20 to 25 lakhs. Okay. Then what will you do? You'll ask how much time will it take? So maybe he or she says that it will take around 8 to 10 months. Okay, fine. If you are okay with the budget and with the timeline, what will you say? Okay, you start working on it because your requirements are very clear. You want to renovate your house and you are okay with the budget, estimations, and with the time period. So what will you say? You'll say, okay, start working on it. Okay. But what if you are not you're not good with the estimation what they have told you, or you are not happy with the time period which the interior designer is telling you. You want this to be done, like your budget is only for 15 lakhs, let's say, and you don't have time for 8 to 10 months. You just have the time for 4 to 5 months. Now, what will you say? See, my budget is fixed. I can invest only till 15 lakhs, and I want this to get completed within 4 to 5 months. That is what my criteria. Now, you tell me how much can you cover within this budget and within this timeline. So now you are again asking to the interior designer that now you tell me how much can you cover. So then they will ask you that which all areas you want to renovate first. It's up to you. You will say that I would require the living room and kitchen to get renovated first, and then these 2 bedrooms I want to get renovate first. Okay. Then they will tell you that whether it's feasible or not within this timeline and with this budget. Then accordingly, you get negotiate with the interior designer and you will approve, you'll give the approval to interior designer to start your work. Okay. Is this like, are you able to relate these things?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's clear? Okay. So the first way, when you are very much clear with the requirements that you want to renovate your house, then the interior designer has told you that it will cost you like this and it will take around this much month. If you are okay with this, with these things, then you'll say you start working on it. And in this case, it's like in our IT industry also, if the project is very clear and the client is ready with the budget and the schedule which we shared with the client, then we can follow waterfall as well in this situation. Okay. And if client has told you the budget and schedule, like we did with the interior designer, that I want to spend only 15 lakhs and my tenure would be more maximum to 4 to 5 months, then what will you do? You'll try to figure out which all areas you want to renovate first. The same way we do in our IT industry. When client comes to us with the requirement and he is very much clear about the budget and the schedule, then we'll try to figure out which all requirements we can cover within this timeline and with this budget. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
So
Okay.
if it's a
Yes.
fixed rate project, I mean, and everything is fixed, like how much they are going to invest, how much time they are going to, how much time is there to finish that project. So in that case, normally we use waterfall or we decide on that also.
We can decide on that also. Like if your client is saying, no, 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 I want to go with the agile way. So you can say, okay, it's okay, we can go with the agile way. That means he want more interaction with your team while you are working on his product.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes client gives you the option that you can decide which all way you want to develop. It's completely depending on the client and your team, your management.
Okay.
Okay. Like I'll give you one more example of using waterfall and agile. Like if you want to construct your house, what do you think? Which way you should follow?
Agile.
Agile or waterfall? Why agile?
Because we can see what the contractor is doing, and if we want to make any changes we can ask him to do it. And if it's waterfall, everything is fixed. Once he will do it, if we don't like it, we'll not be able to change anything. We have to take it as it is made by the contractor. So in that way, agile is more feasible.
Right. Right. Okay. Clear to everyone? Any doubt? Anybody?
No. I'm clear.
Okay.
So in
So
day to
these
day
are
life, agile is more workable because whether it's a small project or big projects, nowadays client want to have a look what the developers or what the BAs are doing. So if I'm not wrong, like 80 to 90% companies, they are using more of agile.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is why we are sharing the agile way to you, because in agile world it would be very straightforward to say that in agile we don't require much a BA.
Mm-hmm.
But why we are educating you about the agile also, because if you are being asked to be the part of the agile project, you should be knowing what is the in and out of the agile. Okay, and how you have to behave within Agile. So that's why we are educating you the Agile. Because what BA does, BA gets the requirement from the client, from the stakeholders, and he educates it to the development team, right? But in Agile, we can communicate directly with the stakeholders. Then why do we need a BA? Sorry to say this, and it's very harsh. I know this, but I want to ask this question to you, because you should be understanding what is the current situation and where are you. Why should you be there? Why you are investing your time in Agile if that is not required in Agile? Okay. So what happens? Sometimes the client or the product owner in Agile world, we say product owner to the person who is owning the requirement, like who is paying us, right? Who has the idea is being called as a product owner. The software requirements are nothing but the idea which he or she wants to get developed, right? So product owner has the knowledge of the product, the requirements is requirements, and he educates it to the entire team. He would be available to educate to the entire team whenever they are facing any kind of requirement understanding problem, or there are if there are any technical challenges to build that requirement, right? Then why do we need a BA? Because sometimes, sorry, anybody is saying something?
Yeah, so the BA would be the basically the translator between the product owner and the developers, because they don't really speak the same language, I want to say, right?
Okay, this may be the one of the reason. This may be the one of the reason. But basically what happens, the product owner, sometimes the product owner doesn't own only one product. He owns multiple products. Then he may not have that much time to get get interacted with the team on daily basis or on a uh, decided frequency, like on every week, or it may happen that he does not have time to reply back on emails also. The client is very busy, the product owner is very busy, so what will you do? You would be helpless in that situation, because only the product owner knows the product well. So now what your development team will do, and you have limited time, your iteration will end on the fifth day of the fifth working day. Now what will you do? If you don't get the requirement, or you don't get the answer of your queries related to the requirements, then what will you do? You would be completely helpless. So in that case, you need a BA who can get the requirement, who can understand the requirement from the product owner, and can help the development team to continue work on the requirement development.
Can also help in quality of the development, which is like, they can maintain the quality of the development if BA is involved.
How?
Because he can monitor he knows the requirement, he knows what they're going to develop, so he can maintain the quality of the work through every step of the way.
To certain aspect, yes, that is true. Because he knows what exactly the client want to get developed.
Exactly.
Right? So he may interrupt the development team that you are not, no, this was not the actual requirement. You have not understood it in the correct manner.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So that's why if somebody asks you that in Agile we don't require a BA, then you can answer to him that yes, we know that in Agile we don't require a BA. But what if your product owner is very busy? Then what will you do? how you are going to solve your queries. So these type of question can be asked you during your interview. Okay. And the product owner has the ownership of writing the requirements as in user stories. In Agile, we says requirement as a user story. Okay. So we convert the requirements into small pieces, and those small pieces are called as the user stories. Okay, so those writing of the user story is also the responsibility of the product owner. If your product owner is busy enough to um, and he or she is not able to write the user story, then what will you work? You don't have anything to work upon. So what will you do? So in that case, in these case scenarios, you require a, a BA in your team to solve these kind of issues. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So the benefits of Agile, we say the transparency is more in Agile. How? Because we can interact with the product owner. Now onwards, I'll not say the client, I'll say the product owner. Okay. You can communicate directly to the product owner who can gives you the who can solve your queries. So the transparency between the product owner and the development team is more in Agile, and also the transparency between the team members, because we do interact with each other on a certain period, on a certain frequency, which gives us more clarity on the product which is not being, which is remaining to work on, right? Which gives you the confidence also on your team members. Agree to this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by the activity also, we have experienced that in Agile, we can execute things in a fast manner, right?
Yes.
Yesterday we had an activity writing down the names of the each team member, right? So we have seen that in Agile way, we have executed it in a very fast manner, right? And by that activity only, we get to know that the quality of the product will be more in the Agile way, because in the first part of the activity where Leena ji was writing each letter of each person's name is more confusing to her rather than the writing down the entire name of that person in a one go, right? So that's why we can say that we get the more quality in Agile, because we are more focused on the requirement. What we are working on, we are more focused on it. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the next is reliability. We can say when we give the we make our team members feel that they are very much important to the team, then definitely we'll get the reliability from them, and also the commitment from them. If we get all these things, like we have more transparency, we can fast execute things, we have better quality in Agile, and we have more reliability and commitment in Agile, so definitely we are going to have less waste in this. Agree?
Yeah, agree.
Yes.
Okay. So any doubt till now? No? No doubts?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay. So when to use agile versus when to use waterfall. Now you are going to tell me whether we are going to use waterfall in this kind of situation or we are going to use agile. Okay. When the scope is not clearly defined, what should we do?
We should go for agile.
Yes. When a scope is clearly defined upfront, we can go for waterfall.
Waterfall.
Right? Requirements changes frequently.
Agile.
Agile.
Agile. Requirements are well defined, few changes are expected. So we can go for waterfall. Activities cannot be well defined upfront, like estimating is difficult. Estimations are difficult in if your activities are not defined. Then
Agile.
It's a waterfall.
no, when your activities and things are not defined, when you have any kind of dilemma in the product, in the requirement, or
We should
with the
go for
client's
agile.
Agile.
area, then we should go for agile.
Agile.
Yeah.
Okay. If everything is clear, the client is very much clear about the requirements, about the budget, about the timelines, then we can go for waterfall. If uh, doubt like something may get happen majorly, then we should go for agile. If like we are expecting small changes, like everywhere we can expect small changes, right? When client is saying I am very much clear about the requirement, then also we may expect some kind of changes, but that would be uh, very less in amount. Okay. Process is iterative. Cycles are dependent in agile. Okay. Process is iterative. We work in iterations only, and each iteration is interdependent. Okay. Process is long term and spilled into phases. It's an agile waterfall. The phase, uh, like we'll complete the entire product in 6 months on a year or in a year. So what happens? Like my requirement gathering phase will get complete within 2 months, or my analysis part will be completed after that within 1 month, and then so on. So the phases are of long period. Where in agile we have the timeline for each phase, like for few hours to few days. Right? Okay. In agile, we always talk in terms of hours, not in terms of days. Okay. Only the iteration cycle is considered in days. Rest, all the estimations and everything works in this hours. Okay. Success is measured by the customer satisfaction. In agile, we do measure our success by the customer satisfaction. And in waterfall, success is measured by the achieving goals for the time, cost, and a scope. What were our timelines, whether we have achieved our milestones in terms of timelines, and we are not over budgeted, or like we are not exceeding our budget. These things are measured in waterfall. And as per these things, we consider whether we are whether we are successful or not. Okay. Incremental results and can be used by the users. Like I say, we can deliver a basic structure of the product to the end user and they can start working on it. Users cannot use until it is completed. Like a bridge, until and unless this gets completed completely, you cannot use it. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now again, activity time. I need you all to have either the notepad, like the pen and paper, or you can use your system's notepad as well. Whatever you are comfortable in. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you need to do is today we don't have Sheetal, right? Is Sheetal there? No, today we don't have Sheetal. Okay. So instead of Sheetal, we'll put Usha. Rest all are there. Rudra, Pavni, Leena.
Yes.
Revti, Santosh, Rupanjali, Usha and Swati. Is Swati there? No. Swati is there. Okay. Okay. So this would be our sequence. I'm removing my name. Okay. So first, Rudra, you need to write. Then Pavni, then Leena, then Repti, then Santosh, then Rupanjali, Usha and Swati. Okay. Now what you need to write is, you need to write 7 times 2, 7 times 1, 5 times 10 and 10 times 5. You can decide your order. You can write in different lines, or you can write in a single line. Whatever is comfortable to you, you can write it. But I want 7 2, 7 1s, 5 10s and 10 5s. Okay. And once you are done with your writing, you can say I'm done and the next person will start writing it in the sequence. Okay.
I did not got it what we have to do it here actually.
Okay. I'll tell you again. Okay, I'll tell you again. I'll explain it. First, Rudra will start writing. Okay. He can decide whatever sequence he want in the writing. He can write first 10, all the 10s. He can write like 1 10, 1 5, 1 2 and 1 1. And then he can write the remaining things. Okay. But I want all the 7 2s in your notebook, all the 7 1s, all the 5 10s and all the 10 5s. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
And once he is completed writing it, he'll say, I'm done. The next person, Pavni, will start writing on it.
Okay, if some, can you just give me an example? मुझे अभी भी समझ नहीं आ रहा है what is, why we are doing this.
I'll explain you after the activity why we are doing this.
Okay, I'm not able to understand the activity also. Maybe it's not getting into what exactly I need to do.
Okay,
You know
wait.
what you need to do is, see, first the 7 2 is like you need to write 2 7 times, and then you need to write 1 7 times, then you need to write 10 5 times, then you need to write 5 10 times.
But it's
Yes.
already written here.
Yes,
You
it
have
is
to
written
write
here,
your
but you need
notebook.
to write it. But you need
Yeah,
to write it.
on your notebook.
Okay.
Okay, we
Or
just need to copy it.
you can write it like 5 10 5 10 1 2 1 5
You
5
can make a pen and paper, Usha.
you can write it on your pen or on your
Yeah.
paper or on your notepad, anywhere. What I need
Okay.
is, I need to have all these 7 twos in your notebook, all these 7 ones, all these 5 tens on and all these 10 fives in your notebook. In whatever sequence you want to write, you can write like this also. 5 10 2 1 5 5 1 1 1, then again 2 2 2, then again 5 5 5. Anything you want to write,
Okay,
you
we
can write
have
it.
to write 2 7 times, 1
Yes,
7 times, 10
yes,
5 times,
yes. And
and
5
5. Oh,
10
it can be a
times.
very big line, or we have to divide that.
Yes, you can write like this, or you can write in a single line.
Okay. अभी
Okay, but
शायद
when
थोड़ा
you
समझ
start,
में
but when you need to start after getting it completed by your uh, like
Rupanjali.
Rupanjali.
Okay.
Okay, Usha, is this clear now to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so once I say start, Rudra, you may start that after that. Okay,
Wait, I don't know.
Rudra, are you there?
Okay.
Okay, so you can start now. Once done, please pass it on to Pavni.
Oh, we'll not be able to see each other's number. We are just writing it.
Yes.
Okay. It's increasing my curiosity why we are doing it.
I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'll explain everything.
Usha, yesterday also we did a kind of activity. It was really interesting.
Done.
I missed it. My bad.
Rudra done?
Yep. Done.
Okay, next Pavni, you may start. I'm
Okay.
having a stopwatch. Okay, so you need to be very cautious about the time also. Once done, Lena, you need to be ready.
Okay.
Done?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Okay,
Can
okay,
you be
it's
a
okay.
little louder, everybody, so we hear?
Done.
Next, Lena. Revati, be ready. Next is you.
Yes, I'm ready.
Done.
Revati, start. Santosh, after Revati, you need to start.
Yeah,
Done?
Santosh, start. Rupanjali, be ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Done. Rupanjali, please.
Okay.
Usha, be ready.
I am ready.
Done.
Done. Swati?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What about me?
Oh, sorry, Usha. Sorry. Sorry.
No problem.
See, it's early morning for me.
Done.
Done. Swati, please start.
Yeah, I'm ready. Done.
Done. So, why you have done this? Okay. You all have taken 4 minutes and almost 20 seconds to complete this writing. Okay. When I have asked you to choose your own sequence of the numbers, can I see someone's notebook or notepad? I'm stop sharing my screen. Can somebody share this? Who's sharing?
I can switch on my camera and I can show you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, someone, Swati is here.
Okay, Swati is here. Okay. Okay, Swati. You just have copied it. Like what I have displayed, she has copied in the same way, right? Someone else has made some changes in the sequence.
No, I did the same what she did.
Me too.
Yeah,
Okay,
even I did the same.
Usha has done some changes. Okay, I can see Usha's notebook and she has done the changes in it, right? So
Yes.
now, Usha, did you check whether you have written all the 7 ones, all the 7 twos, and 10 fives and 5 tens?
Yes, I counted them.
You counted it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So you can switch off your camera if you want. Okay, so thank you. So what happened? Yeah, Rudra, you are trying to showcase it. Okay, you did in the same way as I mentioned. Okay. No, you change the sequence. Okay, 1, 2, 5, and 10. Okay. So now you can see everyone has chosen the sequence as it is comfortable to them. I'm not forced anyone to choose any particular sequence of the writing, but they have chosen the comfort zone, right? This is what you can get in the waterfall. And every person of this team were behaved as a phase of the life cycle. You all were like depicting the one phase of the SDLC. Usha, now is it clear why we did this activity?
Yes, for waterfall.
For waterfall, once Rudra or once the first phase has got completed, Then it moved to the next phase. The next phase is Pavni. What Pavni has done, whatever part has to be done by Pavni, Pavni has worked on the each requirement. These were the requirement of your software. Okay. So Rudra has done his part on these requirement. Then Pavni has done her part on these requirement. Then Leena, then Revati, then Santosh, then Rupanjali, then Usha, and then Swati. Is this clear? So you all has acted like a phase of the SDLC, and this is the way we work in waterfall. Once every requirement gets completed within that phase, then only the complete requirements get shifted or get moved to the next phase. Okay. Actually, this is the coin flipping activity which we usually do when we are having this session on offline. We used to have these many coins with us, and we'll say each person has to flip the coin for once, and then when they have completed flipping the coins, then the entire bunch of the coin has to move to the has to pass to the next person. Are you getting my point? This activity is very interesting when you are doing it offline.
This is a game we play in our game nights.
Okay, coin flipping.
Coin flipping, like we'll have 7-8 coins and we'll say, okay, you have to flip it 5 times, then we'll give it to the other person, then randomly we'll say you have to flip it for 7 times, and it keeps on going in.
Yes, yes. So what happens if I ask you to start writing one number and call it to the second person that I have written 1. Now the second person will write 1. The third, when second person will have completed writing 1, he or she will call for the third person that I am done with 1. You may write it. So now you only assume how much time will you take to complete when you have completed this activity in 4 minutes and 20 seconds around. Okay. When you have written entire numbers in one go and then you have passed it to the other person. What if I say that you write one number and pass it to the other person and then write the second number? Will it get completed faster?
I think no.
No, may not be. No.
Okay. Assume that you have multiple coins in your hand. Okay. And the entire team is sitting around the table. Okay. You have flipped one coin and passed it to the second person. While you are flipping the second coin, in the same time, the second person have flipped the first coin and have passed to the third person when you are passing the second coin to the second person. Are you able to relate this?
Yeah.
So now you are, by the time you have flipped all these coins, like 14, almost 30 coins, 29 odd coins. Okay. So how many coins have been flipped by the second person? It's almost 28 coins.
Yeah.
Till the time you have flipped 29 coins, the other person will be able to complete flipping the 28 coins. This next person who is sitting on the third number, he or she may be able to flip the 27 coins and so on. So time has been reduced.
Yes.
Yes. Because the time which you have taken to complete flipping the 29 coins, in the same time, the other person is also able to flip the coins, maybe 1 or 2 numbers less as per the sequence is going on. But that time will not be so long to get complete the remaining coins. Is it clear? Are you getting it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Try this activity with your family member today or with your friends, and do revert me. What is
This,
your
but
observation
if
with
it
this?
is in a waterfall, it is very time consuming, because like when Rudra is doing it, Pavni is on hold. She cannot do anything. Once Rudra
Yes.
is done, then only Pavni can do it. So
Yes.
by the time it's turn for Swati, so I mean it'll be so much of waste of time for Swati actually.
Yes.
And the rest of the
If
people are
we,
not doing anything. They're just sitting there
yes.
waiting.
And
Yes.
once Rudra is done, Pavni comes, then it's waste of time for the upper levels like Rudra, and the level goes. So I
Yes.
mean that is the reason this is not the best methodology. We and that's why we started using Agile.
Yes. Now you all are getting my points with the activities. Now you know, Usha, why we are doing this activity? To
Yes.
make you understand more effectively. See, reading or by listening to someone will not make much impression on your mind. If you try to experience those things by your own, then only you get much more intent of that thing, right? I may matlab, means I can keep on telling you that this will take less time, this will take less time, but you will not believe on that. Once you start working on it, you get the experience of it, then you can say, yes, it is taking much lesser time than the waterfall, right?
Yes.
It's the general human behavior. I told you, agile is based on general human behavior. It is not like it is not out of these things. You may find agile around you for the entire day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Try this activity with your family or friends and do revert me that what is your observation with this. And please try to keep the watch on this. Like how much time will you take to complete the first part of this activity and how much time it took in the second part of activity. Okay.
Okay.
First part means the entire numbers, the entire coins should get flipped first and then should pass it to the second person. And the second part is one coin flipped each time and can be passed it to the next person. And once all the coins get received by the last person, then you may stop the watch. Okay.
Okay.
Please do this activity at your home.
Definitely will do.
Okay. And then note down the points which you can collect with these activity. We'll discuss this on Friday Eve's session. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like I'm getting the commitment from each one of you that you will do this activity.
Yeah, we will do.
Okay.
Can you describe it again? Sorry.
Okay. So what you need to do is, Rudra, you need to collect some coins of different numbers. Okay. And then what you need to do is you need to make a group of few peoples, maybe 4 5 people, whatever is available around you. Okay. And then you need to decide a sequence in which sequence the people will sit or stand, and then the first person will start flipping each coin, and once all the coins got flipped off, then the entire bunch of the coin should get passed to the next person. Okay, and you need to start the timer when you start flipping, when the first person starts the flipping.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you flip it, and then after
Yes.
everyone has flipped it, you do what?
After everyone flip the coins, then you have to stop the clock first, and then you need to do the second part of this activity. You note down the time what which has been taken in the first part of this activity, and then start the second part of this, wherein what you need to do is you flip one coin and pass it to the other person, and then you flip, the first person will flip the second coin and pass it to the second person. The same way, the second person, once get the first coin, he or she will flip the coin and pass it to the third person, and the sequence will go on to the last person. When the last person got all the coin flipped and he also flipped all the coins, then you need to stop the watch and then analyze how much time you got in these two activities, how much time has been taken in these two activities. Okay, and what are your observations with this in terms of waterfall and agile? Try to analyze those things. Okay, is it clear, Rudra?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So the second
Okay.
activity, you flip it and pass it, and then they put
Yes.
it down, and they flip it and pass it.
Yes, the same way as we were doing, but in the first activity. But in first activity, what you were doing, you were flipping all the coins in the one go, and then you were passing it to second person. But in the second part, one coin you flip and pass it to the second person. The second person will flip it and will pass it to the third person. Okay?
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. So you all please do this activity and write down your observations on it in terms of agile and waterfall. Okay. So now you tell me, any doubt till now? Anyone? Any doubt on agile?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm clear.
Clear?
Clear.
Okay, so now we'll move on to very interesting topic, Scrum. Okay. What is a Scrum? Why Scrum is here? The Scrum is a framework within which you can employ various processes and techniques. Now again, Scrum is not the methodology. It's the framework. It's the framework which tell you that what it should contain, but it depends on you how you want to utilize those like those process or those techniques in your product. Nothing is mandatory in this, like you need to do in this particular way. It's just we are providing you the boundary, the frame, and we are saying within this frame you can do anything. Okay, like we are providing you one pen and paper, and we are saying you that you can do anything on this pen and paper, but don't write anything out of this paper. Okay, so Scrum says, like, I'll provide you a framework, you can work within this as per your wish. कुछ आ रहा है या सब बाउंसर जा रहा है? Anything you are getting?
इतना ही
Yeah.
समझ में आया, it's a framework. And Scrum, what you said, that we will provide you a frame and you can work in that frame as per your wish. You can, like, let's say you can draw anything. We are giving you a
Yes.
canvas and you can draw anything on that canvas.
Yes. Yes. Over here, I have told you that these small pieces are the practices of Agile, right? I've explained you that Scrum is there, extreme programming is there. I especially told you that your own Agile process is not is not useful for you. I told you that day, if you remember this.
Yes, because we are not from IT background.
Yes, because you'll not be able to relate it in your life.
Okay.
That's why I told you. But this says your own way of Scrum or Agile process can be the third practice of yours. We used to say that the Scrum extreme programming and your own Scrum practice. You can modify Scrum as per your need. Okay, but it should not breach some processes, like mm, it should not breach the policies of Scrum. Then you can do anything.
What's the difference between waterfall and Scrum? Because in waterfall also we can, do whatever we want. We can use the
Oh,
process, whichever process we want to use.
but you need to have the like you need to complete one phase, then only you can move on to
Okay.
the second phase.
Okay.
Over here in the Scrum, we work in iterations, and in iterations we have the like we have the area wherein we have to work simultaneously. We don't have restrictions on the phases.
Okay.
One person of the team is working on another phase, and the other person is working on the another phase for the same requirement. So in a Scrum, we work simultaneously on different phases.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's grounded in empirical process control theory, and it employs an iterative and incremental approach which optimizes the predictability and controls the risk. Does anyone know about empirical process control theory?
These words itself are so big. In our
No.
day-to-day life, we don't use such words.
Okay, so nobody knows the empirical process control theory?
उसका
No.
मतलब क्या है, पहले वही बता दो.
I'll tell you in deep. Don't worry. My next slide is on based on empirical
I'm
process control.
sorry, I'm very outspoken, so whatever comes in my head, I'll just say it
It's
because I
okay. It's okay. It is required. Then only I get that you people are learning something. If you
yeah.
don't have any question, then you are not learning anything.
Usha, we are all
Or
in
I'm
the
so
same
good.
boat.
or or I'm so good in teaching so that you are not having any doubt.
Yes,
So
that
these two things, these
okay.
two things may be there if you remain quiet.
Yeah.
If you
Actually,
are
there is
asking
not
question,
only this theory,
uh-huh.
incremental approach, and all these words are like, oh my God, ये कभी school में पढ़े थे, अभी कहाँ वापस आ गए हैं. We don't use them in our day-to-day life. So,
Okay. So iterative, I have already told you what is iterative, that we are working into iterations, right? We work in iterations, small iterations. Like in a Scrum, we can have the iteration of minimum 1 week to maximum 4 weeks. That could be the iteration span for our Scrum. Okay, so that's why it is called as iterative method, because we work in iterations. An incremental approach, because after each iteration we are ready with something in working condition. Remember, I told you in Agile at every iteration, we are working on some requirement which are itself the complete flow of one function, right? So at the end of each iteration, we would have some part of the software which is in working condition. Like if we put A, then we'll get the output of that A from the software. Okay. So that's why incremental approach. So we stack our product after each iterations. Like in iteration one, we get some requirements in working condition. In iteration two, we get another set of requirements which are in working condition, and we stack it up, or we club these requirements, and these requirements are in working conditions. So we are incrementing our product in terms of getting it complete. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And what is how it is optimizes the predictability and controls the risk? When we start when we work into chunks, we get to know the like yesterday we have taken the an example, like if the requirements gets changed, so our efforts would get wasted of one iteration or two iterations only, right? If we work in the agile manner. In waterfall, what happens? At the end of the product, we get to know that this requirement has to is not working as it should be, right? So what the waste amount is huge for us, and we have to again spend a lot of time to fix that requirement. So that's why we don't predict the we cannot predict the risk on this. When we are working into waterfall, we don't know after 6 months or like a year what will client is going to say, whether he is ready to accept the product, whether he is not ready to accept the product. It may happen that the business requirement get changed and the product is not useful. As I told you yesterday, that you are working on some product, and the competitor of yours has built the same product and has launched that. Now what will you do? You are not able to fix anything into this because you are working into waterfall. If you are working into agile, what will you do? You'll stop your development team and ask for the enhancement, or you can discuss this thing with your development team and may ask that what we can do next to enhance our product. How much time is remaining to release this product, right? Remember this?
Not really.
Okay. So by these things, we can control the risk, or we can control our waste. Okay. So that's why it is called as grounded in empirical process control theory, and it employs on an iterative and incremental approach. By this, we optimizes the predictability and controls the risk. Okay. This has been created by Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. In 1993, first team has been established at ESL Corporation by Dr. Jeff Sutherland, and in 1995, the first Scrum framework formalized by Ken Schauber. So these are the founders of the Scrum, and recently they have released a few guidelines into Scrum, and the both I was very honored to be I have attended their session, which has been held by these people only. So I feel very honored when I had this session by them only. Okay, so these things are there. Few changes has been made into the Scrum guideline. I'll tell you what they have changed in the current guidelines. Okay. Actually, in November 2020, they have completed 25 odd years of this Scrum framework. So they have celebrated it. Okay. So now here comes the empirical process control theory. It would be difficult for me to explain it because I cannot use pen and paper or board over here. Okay. But I'll try to explain it. Like this is what my cursor is visible to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is our start point. Okay, we have to start from here and have to reach to this flag. Okay, so as per the general behavior, what will we do? We'll plan a straight to achieve our goal, right? We are so much optimistic people, and we used to think like we'll go straight and we'll achieve our goal. Will not get any hurdles in between, right? So initially we plan like that, but what happens when we start walking towards our goal, we find some hurdles, and as per those hurdles, we change our plan to reach out to the goal. It may happen that we have initially decided to achieve our goal, we have planned straight, but while traveling to this plan or while following this plan, we have faced so many hurdles and we have decided and have achieved our goal with a very different plan, right? So empirical process control theory says always try to analyze your past plan and act accordingly, and try to find out the best way to achieve your goal. Are you getting?
Yep.
So empirical process control theory is nothing but like always try to analyze your past path and try to find out the best path to achieve your goal. Clear?
Yes. I think most or some of us have forgotten the definition of empirical. So it's just based on observation or results of a experiment. That's empirical.
Yes. 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 So the words are very big, but the meaning of it is very like clear and straight. Okay. We always monitor our progress and we always act according to our previous experiences. The same way we work in a Scrum, we always analyze our last iteration and we work on the hurdles which we have faced in our last iteration, and accordingly we make a plan to achieve our goal in next iterations. Okay.
Clear.
Can we move ahead?
Yes.
Usha ji?
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of the easiest thing, because in normal life also we always have so many hurdles.
Yes, and always what you do, you try to analyze things. Why this has
Yes,
happened with us? What we have did wrong so that we face this issue, right?
yes,
And we try to find out the best way to get rid of it,
yes.
so
Only
that
thing
we
is,
don't.
now the
Uh,
hurdle is learning these big words.
yeah, these are the technical words which will you, if you use them, the interviewer will be impressed
Yes,
that you know it. And be cautious when you are using these words, these technical words. You need to be very sure about the meaning of them. Okay?
yes,
It's otherwise it will be like you have read it somewhere and you don't understand it. If you are using it, it's good, it's very impressive, and then you need to be able to describe it also.
yes, true.
True?
Mhm.
Otherwise, it will look like a bookish knowledge.
या
Okay?
गूगल करना पड़ेगा और एक चार्ट बनाना पड़ेगा ये सब वर्ड्स का.
No, it's not that big.
Actually, we don't use it in our normal conversation, so that's the thing.
Yes, yes. It will be like it will be difficult for you to adapt it, but once you are set with with these things,
Yeah,
these things are very easy.
that's
Scrum
true.
is very easy.
Once we are in the shoes of these BA and Scrum, then definitely these words will be easy because we'll be using them each and every time. Like that'll be a normal way of talking for us.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Just a minute, I'm getting a call. I'm going on mute for a second. Sorry.
No problem.
I totally agree.
Yes, Rudra, you're saying something?
Yeah, I said I totally agree. Ushaji, I agree. When
Rudra,
we
at least
use
your vocabulary is better. So, I mean, pronouncing these names are easy for you, but for us, oh my God, it's like we are, I mean,
I
climbing the
just
Himalayas.
I just went onto the online dictionary to find out what empirical.
Yeah, the problem is
It's
like
just the lingos, I think.
yeah, remembering those words, I think that's the biggest problem for us.
Yeah, we don't use it honestly.
Yeah.
It's become unnecessary.
So you are a student. So in your college also you don't use, I mean, you said you are from IT background.
Yeah. So I
So
mean, this is empirical. This is like scientific stuff, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I don't use it.
Okay, because I am from commerce background, so I don't know what these words are all about.
Okay.
I know debit, credit, I know balance sheets, that's fine for me, but these words are like,
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These are like scientific theory um, vocabulary.
we'll learn it.
Definitely. Have
We'll all
to.
get the jobs together.
Exactly. Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Do you have
about
any?
this, Usha. You'll get a job, and please try to get to us with you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure that you will get the job, and please try to when you get the job for us, for me.
Let me get first, ma'am. Myself.
And
No,
also,
no.
Usha also for me. Okay.
So it's better I should stay in my profession. Then
Yeah,
I'll
you
find a job.
be a
Right now,
recruiter, yeah,
yes,
correct.
right now I do have requirement for 4 business analysts if anyone wants to join.
No,
Definitely.
no,
Why
no, no.
not?
I work as a project manager and a scrum master. So is anything for me?
Oh, you came back.
Yes, I
Yeah,
came back.
I do have for New York location. I do have, but you need to have a Azure certification.
Sure. No, yeah, no. I don't want to get into technical things for now.
Yes, but they are paying so good, $100 per hour.
I know, but I cannot move into. I told you I have two kids and they are very young. So I cannot work again into technical things.
That's true.
And I am happy in management.
And that's true. I'm happy in recruitment, but the problem with recruitment, they are outsourcing. All the jobs are going to India, so it's too tough to survive
I'm
here.
happy if I get the job. Yeah, first of all.
Yeah, same
Oh,
here.
Right now, I'm working as a data analyst. Can you believe I don't know anything what data analysts do, and I'm learning all those things. And when you were saying all those big words, no, I'm seeing those big words every day from the CEOs and project managers. They are sending these big words. I have to Google it. भैया इसका मतलब क्या है? काम तो तब करूंगी जब मतलब पता होगा.
Oh my God.
very
It's
true.
it's too tough.
Yes. Okay. So we are moving ahead. Can we?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Or you want me to call it a day?
Your wish.
Oh,
No,
it's
my wish, I can keep going on and on.
up to you. I'm
Okay.
good either way.
Yeah, even I'm
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So last thing. So as we have seen the values of Agile, like we have 4 values of Agile. Here in Scrum, we have 5 values. Okay. So focus, courage, openness, commitment, and respect. These are the 5 values of the Scrum. Please do remember all these values and don't get confused with the Agile and Scrum values.
We are
Okay.
made for Scrum then, because we have everything what is required here.
Good. Good. So why focus is the value of a Scrum? Because we work on few things at the same time. We don't work on the entire requirement set. We work on the small chunks of the requirements, right? So that's why we get more focus. So that's why Scrum gives the more value to the focus. Okay. Courage. Why do we need a courage over here? Why we give value to the courage? Because we have a limited time period to finish our work. We work in iteration, and if within this iteration, if the development team member or the developer doesn't showcase the courage of accepting the things like I'm not able to complete this work within the timeline, or the other way around, I have completed my task and now I'm sitting idle. Both things require much courage to speak out. Why? Because the first thing wherein the person is not able to complete his or her task, then he or she feels insulted. Like if I say like I'm not able to complete this task, whether it's technical challenge or whether I am in like I'm not able to work on this. So he feels like if I say this in front of everyone, then they will laugh on me and the person will feel insulted. That's why he'll not speak up. And what happens if we hide it for so long? Then what will happen? We have limited time and we have wasted around 2-3 days or more, and then only we get to know that this person is not able to work on, right? At the end of the day, we get to know that this person is not able to work on it. But after wasting 2-3 days, then if we get to know that this person is not able to work on, then it will be like waste for us, and that situation would be very difficult for us to handle, right? So try to make your team members comfortable and try to educate them that please speak up whatever you feel. Let it be very silly, let it be very small thing which everyone else can think like this is very small and you cannot work on it, let it be. You just speak up, right? It may be like someone has the good idea to enhance your product, but he or she does not have the courage to speak up. Then what will happen? We may get the better business by that like idea, but we cannot get it because that person does not have the courage to speak up, right?
Right.
Okay. So when so try to have the team members like please educate them to speak up and keep the courage to speak in front of even the product owner. You can speak up in front of product owner. Don't think much about what he will think of you, whether it's a very silly question, whatever it is. You try to speak up. Okay. Openness. Why openness? If that person is not able to complete his or her task, then and he speaks it up, then what happens? The other team member may help him or her to complete that task. Or the Scrum Master. I'm introducing the new term, Scrum Master in this. Scrum Master, it's the responsibility of Scrum Master to arrange the arrange someone who can complete this task or can solve the queries of that person. Okay, but this will happen only when the person speaks up about the problems, about the hurdles which he or she is facing in her task, right? So please try to educate all these values to your team members so that we have the self-organized team. Okay. Commitment, like every team member should be committed towards the task. Like whatever I have picked up, I will complete it within the committed timeline with the quality. That will come if you give the if you feel your team member that they are important for the team. Okay, and respect. If this person says that he is not able to complete it, don't try to make fun on it. Try to try to say that okay, it's okay, everyone has some problem uh, with the things. It may happen that you know this, but this is not coming right at this time, at this period of time, so that's okay. Everyone has the problems. We all are human beings and we can do it together. So these kind of words helps a lot in terms of team bonding or in terms of boosting the morale of your team member, right?
Don't undermine, rather encourage.
Yeah, we can encourage the team member with this. We can have better transparency within the team members. We can like by interacting with your team members, we can build a good rapport with your team members, so that once you have the good rapport within your team members, we can discuss on anything.
Absolutely.
So that's why these are the 5 values of Scrum. By this, just a minute, I'm going on mute.
She's trying to teach us how to be a better leader.
These 5 principles, I think we use every day in our work, at our home, everywhere. I mean, these will help us to be a better person.
Exactly. I totally agree. focus is a must, and respect is a must as well.
Yeah.
All these 5 are like basic. You should have. These guys copied the values.
My 8-year son is lying next to me and he is asking me, okay, I have this, what this fish is doing, why the fish is there for the courage.
Yeah, big fish in a
So
small
what did you tell to him? Why this fish is trying to jump out of the pond?
Because I mean, the tank is so tiny, she is not comfortable, so she is having the courage of making her own way, and she is jumping to the other bowl.
Yes, she is trying to come out of her comfort zone to get the better option. Right? Others are not having that much courage to find out the new place for them to live better.
Yes.
Yes, that's why we need courage. And I found this picture very encouraging. I love this picture actually. So
It's a
that's why
beautiful.
I put this here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if you have any kind of question to us, we can have them, and then we'll call it a day.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. Yeah, you explain very nicely.
Thank you so much. Actually, these values are important if you are working as a leader in any ways, in any profession. You should have these things in your mind, and I can bet that you will be a good leader if you keep these things in your life.
True.
Right? I try to use all these values in my work life, and even if in my day-to-day life.
Yes. These not only work life, it's our day-to-day life. We teach these values to our kids also.
Yes, always.
Always.
I don't know whether it's relevant over here or not, but I try to teach my kids like whatever you are doing, just come and say the truth of it. I'm not going to punish you on that. Whether you were wrong or right, just come and tell me the truth.
See?
So why is this? Because that will keep the transparency with the kids and you will be the best buddy of your kid. Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. I don't know it was relevant over here or not, but I just shared it.
It is relevant because every day we also, first thing in the morning, we say the same things. I think this can be the mantra of all the parents.
Yes. It's the mantra.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, if nothing is there, then we can call it a day. And in the next session, I'm definitely going to ask you few questions, which I have covered in last 3 sessions. Okay?
Okay. And you will be
Be
sharing
prepared.
this recording or no?
Yes, I will ask Devji to share the recording link with you all because I don't have access to that.
Yes.
So I'll ask Devji to share it.
Okay.
He is going to share it with you all.
Okay.
Don't
Perfect.
worry. Okay. I had words with him earlier also. So he said I'll share the link with the candidates who all are there so they can revise it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, tell me please.
So courage, you have to stand out from the rest, right? So it's what separates you from everyone else, right? So if you have the courage to tell the product owner, that this is wrong, right? You have to have the courage to speak up and make the product better, even if it is not popular opinion. So just like it's not popular opinion to do yoga or pranayama in the morning or something, wake up so early, like it's not popular opinion, but that's what separates you from the rest. Right?
Yes.
Just like that. You got to have
Yes.
courage to be better, do better. So that's the way.
Yes. And I don't believe in that theory that client is always right. I don't believe in that theory. The client is God and the client is always right. I don't believe in that thing. I don't know why it is there, but being straight is more effective and will keep the trust on you, that whatever you say, you're saying is the right thing. You're not hiding anything and you're not doing the chamchagiri around me. You're getting my point.
Exactly.
So I always try to keep things very clear with my seniors and with my team members.
That level of trust is there.
So that the team members will have the confidence on me that my manager is with me, and always if something comes from the upper management, I'll not allow that to reach out to my team members. That will observed by me only. That will not go to the team member.
Okay.
Right? So that way you have the faith or the confidence from both the section, from your seniors and from your juniors also. Okay. Okay, so many things to do for after this session. You need to try that activity with your friends or family members, and you need to revise everything, whatever we have learned till now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, so then we'll meet on Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for India, it's Saturday morning, right?
Saturday morning. Actually, I have to travel tomorrow, so that's why we will meet on Friday evening. Okay.
Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Okay. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Thank you.